After 22 years,
it's about time to give some love to our mast.
So,
let's get started.
I'm Roberta.
And I'm Duca.
And for the past year, we have been building our own tiny shipping container house, so we can travel around knowing that we will always have this little place that we can call home.
But guess what? We just found our dream project before we expected. This abandoned sailboat. So we are going to stop building the house for a couple months to bring our boat back to life. And then we're going to go back and finish the house. Wait. Stop. Before we can start that, we need to fix something that I did wrong last week. We're gonna show you a short clip of us properly greasing a winch, because last week we used way too much grease and we don't want to leave things like that, so we're gonna show you the proper way of doing it, and once we finish that, we're gonna start this. Enjoy!
Do you guys remember that in this video I said that he put too much grease on the winch?
Yeah, the thing is that when you do something for the first time, you're always worried that you're not putting enough. But today we're gonna fix that. We're gonna show you the proper amount of grease. We're gonna use blue grease that's made for bearings. Yeah, bearings. Yeah, this is made for bearings. And the reason why we're using this one is because the white one that usually people use for boats, it gets dry and it gets hard with time, and this supposedly doesn't. So we're gonna give a try on this one. And the other mistake is that we use grease also on this part, in between this. And if we use grease inside of here, it gets stuck with time. So instead of doing that, we are gonna use oil, machine oil. So basically we are gonna use machine oil inside, and on the outside we're gonna use grease, but just a little tiny amount of grease, because we just watched it again, the video of our friend teaching us how to maintain a winch, and he said this winch is still good after 22 years because there is almost no grease. Need to be really little grease, otherwise it's gonna get stuck. So we're gonna do it properly this time. Let's start with this part. This goes inside of here. What you need to be careful here is the little spring, because it almost flies away all the time. So you need to be really careful with the spring, otherwise you might lose it, and it's probably really hard to find one to buy. So with that in place, we just put some extra oil inside here, and then twist around. This is good to go. Now we do the second one.
We actually already did one just to try.
Don't tell them that. We need to practice before we show you, right? So we try to show as good as we can.
As
perfect as we can. So this one, now that it's ready, we can lubricate with a tiny sip of grease now, only on the outside. Even too much. It's just a tiny. See, I'm getting better at that. And a tiny sip here also. No. When I listened to my friends saying this is good because have almost no grease, and then it all made sense. Now we have this properly in place. Now it's in place. Now it's this one's done. And now, after a lot of small tiny greases, it's finally time to see if it works.
one of the winches of the old mast that we are gonna use on the new mast. So we are gonna
store and save.
Yeah.
But at least when the new mast arrives, it's just ready to be installed. Yeah. And now you're gonna give the try. You need to test. You learn. Kind of.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, the noise is good. So if the noise is good, that means that the winch is good. We just have another 5 to go. We did 3 already. We have 5 to go. What's progress?
Good job.
I hope it all made sense now.
So what's the problem with too much grease?
Yeah, actually, if we have too much grease, I think the things stick on the grease and the grease get hard with time and it gets worse than with less grease. It's confusing, but from all the winches we open, the better one were the ones that had less grease. Yeah. The ones that had more grease were the ones that were stuck and not working. So I guess that proves that less grease is better, because these winches were sitting there on the water for 22 years, literally, maybe 23 actually.
And the ones with less grease were working properly?
Yeah.
No problem.
But 1 or 2 with a lot of grease, they were not in good shape.
Yeah.
So less grease, better. But now we have a lot of work to do, and today is a hot day and we need some water to freshen up. So let's get working. We are far from done, but I think you can tell a difference already. Check it out. This is the side that we gave a little bit of a clean. And this is the side that we didn't give a clean yet. I don't know if you can tell the difference between this and this. Let's see what she's doing there. How is it going here?
Good. Some people like to wash cars on Sunday. We are enjoying washing our mess.
Yeah, but check out the difference. I think from here you can see the difference between both sides. Is there a difference there?
Oh yeah.
So
we
this
also need to take this off.
So this is the dirt one. This is the cleaner one. Here it's not clean yet, but we are getting there. Yeah, but check it out. Look at this. Amazing. Not so amazing.
But they have it.
Still, long way to go. Which, oh, the rudder. Check it out. Check it out. They have rudder. The bad part, the good part. The bad part. That's what I call love. Check it out. I mean, not this. That's love. No, and this also.
I'm cleaning the stainless steel with some stainless steel cleaning.
Yeah. We might polish this later. We're not sure yet. If necessary. If not, we're just gonna keep it as it is. But it looks pretty already.
Yeah.
It's shiny.
It was like this. This.
You know, it's like this. It's amazing. Look at that. It's brand new underneath.
So why we didn't use this on the diesel tanks?
The space was too... On the diesel tank, we need to work upside down on the top of the tank, and this burns really easy, and here it's really easy because I'm far away and safer. On the tanks, I'm not sure if I want to do that.
And another thing, we were afraid of not taking all the acid off the tanks, and we could have some problems with the paints later. So why are we selling our mast?
Why are we selling our mast? That's a good question. Yeah. Mostly because we want to do some change to the sail plans, and if we do the change we want, it's gonna cost almost this price as buying a new mast. So probably that's the main reason.
So we want to change this track here for the one with little wheels.
The batten car?
Yeah. And this one has 227 screws that we would need to take off to put the other one.
Yeah, it's not just taken off, it's gonna be hammered off because this has been here for 28 years. So that means that we will crack the aluminum in some spots for sure. And we also want to have a second Genoa, a second G sail, and we would need an extra point there.
And this mast is totally filled with polyurethane?
Yeah, spray foam. Yeah, with foam. So that means that all the halyards are outside of the mast, and we wanted to pass the halyards through the inside of the mast, so that wouldn't be possible.
It's almost impossible to weld with something inside.
And also, we are going to have a almost 1 meter higher mast.
Yeah,
so that would be impossible to do with this one.
Yeah. The thing is, our boat's too heavy. It weighs 40 tons.
14 tons, not 40.
14 tons.
Yeah.
And we need to.
Right. Now you say it. You're trying to say it. Now you say it.
I got nervous when I started speaking.
Yeah, she's speaking a lot to them. Just like let it go. Let's see what happens. But. So what do you want to say?
So our boat's too heavy, and we are planning to have bigger masts and bigger sails.
Just a little bit bigger, a tiny bit bigger, because we talked to 2 or 3 persons that own the same boat as we do, and they say that you need a lot of sails in order to sail well. That means we are gonna raise a little tiny bit the mast.
We are not gonna raise it more because we live in a town that an island, and we have a bridge, and we have a limit of height. It's around 18.
Yeah, we are gonna have the mast exactly on the height, the clearance height for the bridge, because the yacht club, the place, the marina where we are partners, it's on the other side of the bridge. That means we need to cross the bridge, or we need to go all the way around the island, and that's just a long way when you don't need. And what else?
How about the clutches?
Clutches, yeah.
Are we gonna keep them?
The clutches some are fine, the other ones are not. The thing is, this is a model of clutch made in Brazil, and the company that makes them don't sell them anymore, this exactly model, and they don't have the parts to fix them. That means, you could machine the parts you need. It's a long story, but we are trying to work out a sponsorship with one of the producers of this kind of clutch. So if we get this sponsorship, we are gonna sell the clutch with the mast. If we don't get the sponsorship, we are gonna keep the clutch.
How about the rudder?
The rudder is an old rudder that we don't really know if it's working.
We didn't try.
The screen on the radar is the screen of the radar on the boat is totally a mess. It won't work. The antenna might work, but it's an old one, so we are thinking on giving as a gift to who buy the mast. If someone buy the mast, it's an option. I'm not sure yet.
How about the the winch that we are planning to give to a friend. A lot of people said that we should keep the winch for spare parts. So are we gonna keep, or are we gonna give to a friend?
Yeah, we're gonna give to a friend in exchange of a lot of help. He is, of course, the truck. Yeah, so closer. So our friend is a electrical engineer, and we might need some help with electricity on the boat. So we might exchange the winch for some help. That's a win-win. That's why we are gonna give him. It's not just a gift. It's like a gift. It's more gift. It's a gift with something in exchange. Something like that, right?
It's an exchange.
Is there anything else? Why are we stripping all the paint off the mast? The paint is half bound, half not. That means that either who is gonna use is gonna want to paint again the mast. So we are just giving some help to who wants to buy the mast.
It's easier to sell because the person who wants to buy can see all the bad spots, and it's easier to sell this way. So that's why we are.
Yeah, we're not gonna paint. We're just gonna strip the paint and leave the raw aluminum.
Yeah, because we have other things to do.
We need to
on
move
the
on.
boat.
Yeah, but for this week, I think that's it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we can show you because showing footage of the cleaning of the mess is all the same, but we can show them the before and after.
Yeah.
So before and after is. So, what do you guys think? Did it make a difference, the cleaning of the mast?
I think so. It was a lot of work, actually. It was hot this week.
Yeah, this week was really, really hot. It was like a summer week, but it was worth because the mast seriously looked much better this way. It was like painted some spot, unpainted some other spots because the paint is been on the sun for at least 23, 24 years, or even more. Maybe it's I believe
28.
Yeah, maybe 28, the year the boat was made. Yeah. So it deserves some love. And we have good news. This mast might not be ours anymore. It might be from one of you guys. But we talk about that later. If you are watching, you know who you are. We'll keep talking this week, but yeah.
One more thing. There is a couple of
friends of ours.
2 friends of ours that left our city 3 years ago.
Yeah.
I think it's around 3.
Yeah.
And they are in French Polynesia now.
And they also have a YouTube channel.
And now they are making their videos in English, so show them some love. We are gonna leave the
link on the description or somewhere here. If I don't know if it's possible. We never talked about them because they used to make videos in Portuguese, and 97% of who watch our videos are not in Brazil, so it didn't make sense. But now that they're making videos in English, they're really, really fun couple, and they produce really, really good content. They deserve some more love. So. Just
check them out.
Yeah, just show some love.
It's unforgettable sailing.
Unforgettable sailing. Yeah. But now we need to thank our new patrons.
Yeah.
So welcome on board.
Alec,
Fred,
Richard,
Michael,
Geoff,
Roar,
Andrew.
And there is also someone that but we cannot read the name. We tried to draw the name. I don't know if we would drew right, but that's the name.
I tried. Sorry.
Yeah, that's the best we can do because one day we're gonna learn Arabic also, but in Arabic it's really, really tough to. Sorry, and hope you understand, but That's our new patron.
Welcome on board.
That's so cool. Yeah, we're really happy to see people from so many different places. That's so cool to get this community growing, and just it's just worldwide. That's
amazing.
We're really thankful for that. And we also want to thank a donation through PayPal.
So thanks a lot, Tom.
Tom, thanks so much. And I guess we see you guys next week. See you guys next week. Recording. Don't fall.